Greetings, boys and girls, to our outdoor learning. It is week 6 of our remote learning, and we have finished lesson 19. We're working on lesson 20 these next couple weeks, and hopefully we'll get through lesson 21, and then we can call it a year. So I have a little, when you watch, as you know, I'm outside, so we're going to get some ambiance. There we go. You know how I like to start our little lessons with a little inspiration. But you know how it is when you watch too many Netflix or too much TV or maybe too many video games. Things just starting over and over and over. Here comes Piglet, and then we have Eeyore. As you can imagine, this is one of Charlie's favorites. But it just starts going over and over. Anyway, I hope you're having a good day. Let's start with our math lesson. Go get all your things together, and I hope I can do this lesson succinctly so I don't need a lot of editing. Okay, today's lesson is lesson 20, woohoo, day 1 of 5, and we're going to use our knowledge of algebra symbols. That would be like variables and operations of addition and subtraction, and to represent inequalities. Now notice, boys and girls, inequalities according to our little gnome, and this is my other gnome. He's got all his hands still intact. An inequality, of course, means not equal. And if you look closely, you can see all the different ways to write not equal, greater than, less than, and so on. Alrighty, so back to business. Okay, girls and guys, we are on page 202 and 203 of your instruction book. The very top of the title says Lesson 20, Introduction, Solving Inequalities. So here's where we go with use what you know. All right, you've already learned how to replace values for variables into equations to see if they are true, meaning you're solving equations, both sides of the equation are equal. So, like 2 plus 3 equals 5. That's both sides of this equation are equal. So it says, take a look at this problem. All righty, so today we're going to talk about inequalities, things that are greater than or less than or greater than or equal to, but having more than one option for answers. All right, a grocery store is giving a reusable bag to every person who donates more than $5 to charity. More than $5. Let X equal the amount that a person donates. Use words and symbols to solve all of the following problems about this situation. So use words and symbols to solve all of the following problems about this situation. A grocery store is giving a reusable bag to every person who donated more than $5 to charity. Let X equal the amount that a person donates. Okay, so let me see here. Let me go right here. Okay, so Ella donates $5.50. Will she get a bag? Well, yes. Ella donated more than $5. Oops, correct? You too? That's what you would put there? All right, let's look down here. Daniel donates $5. Will he get a bag? Explain how you know. Well, I did see up here that it says you have to donate more than $5. So, nope. Daniel will not get a bag. You, must donate more than $5. And he just donated exactly $5. Alrighty. Maybe I can make my little font a little smaller here. Let me try that. And I won't mess with it right now because this is one of those things that you're going, all right, so I'm going to erase that so we can see that better. All right, ready? All right, so now number 3. or B, sorry. Number C, Courtney donates $1.25. Will she get a bag? No. That's way less than $5 limit, right? Or cap or something. That's way less than the $5 limit. Okay, wouldn't you guys agree? All righty. D. Name 2 other amounts people could contribute and get a bag. Oh gosh, that's endless, right? Oh my goodness. We could say they could donate $10 or $5. Oopsie. How about $5.01? There's lots of possibilities. And I think that's what it's trying to get to here for your understanding of inequalities. So let's undo that and undo that. And let's move this screen here a little bit. There we go. Now, let's see. To get the bag, to get a bag, are the amounts greater than or less than $5? Okay, well, I think you guys got that one down, right? So let's see. The bags must be greater than $5. There we go. And then use the symbol greater than or less than to show that X is greater than $5. Okay, so let's see here. Well, then we have to write X has to be what? Uh-oh, where is that thing on here? Here we go. Has to be greater than $5. That's how we would write this inequality. X, in order to solve it, has to be greater than $5. And then explain how you know when any person should receive a free bag. Oh, well, X needs to be greater than, whoopsie, $5. And then that will be how we know. All righty, that sounds like a plan. All right, I'm going to take a moment and pause. Okay, hi there, kids. I'm back and I'm on page 203. And this is just basically talking about what an inequality is. So a sentence such as X is greater than 5 is called an inequality. Alrighty, just kind of remembering that. And then let's see here. And then, oopsie, we better do this. And then right here, and then some symbols. So on the previous page, you identified values for X that make X greater than 5 true, like 5.5 or 10, but there are too many possibilities for X to be counted. So it says right here, unlike in the equations when you only have one solution. That's important. In an inequality, in an inequality, you can have infinite amount of solutions. So I think that's something that's really important to remember. And so then these are the key terms here, if you recall. And then you would like to do something like this. And oopsie, we'll do this. We'll draw around here. And then right here, these are all the different ways to say greater than. You can hear it in text and context of more than is above. And then, of course, then we have the next one right here, which is, let's see, okay, I'm trying to get too fancy. And right here, oopsie, right here is greater than or equal to. And then, of course, this one is less than, and then this is less than or equal to. But you can hear a lot of things like is at most, is no more than, is no greater than the maximum. Those are other ways you're going to hear how these things are labeled too with inequalities. We are very used to saying is greater than or less than, but how about is below, or is greater, right here is no greater than something, or the maximum. Alrighty, so just kind of taking a look, it says down here, explain the difference between equation like x equals 5 and an inequality like x is greater than or equal to 5. Okay, so something like this. All right, the difference and I don't want you to forget how to write a good mathematical thought. The difference between an equation, okay, like x equals 5 and x is what, greater than or equal to? I don't think I can do that one. I don't think I can do a greater than equal to 5. Well, the difference between an equation like that and an inequality is, let's see, inequality such as this one. I'll just say x is greater than 5. Is an equation like the first one only has one solution. That's the big deal. And in means not, equality has several solutions, several correct answers. Alrighty. I'm not sure grammatically if the sentence is the greatest, but the difference between, oh, okay, that's a good one to fix. The difference between an equation like x equals 5 and an inequality, okay, I'll get rid of that period, such as x is greater than or equal to 5, is an equation only has one solution. An inequality has several solutions. Ta-da! All righty. So I'm going to pause the recording, and I think we're just about done for today. Okay, the last bit of our lesson for today on lesson 20 is our home learning practice on solving equation inequalities. And you'll notice that the prerequisite, meaning something that you are required to know before you solve these, is how to solve equations. So having that under your belt, now you can solve inequalities. And so, of course, here are the examples and giving you a model, the bar model it looks like, and then asking you specific things about that particular problem. And remember, guys, to show your work and your solution. I know I don't get to see it, but what I'm going to do is I am going to put the answer keys for these lessons in the Google Classroom as a PDF. So when you're finished, I'd really very much like for you to check your answers. And then when we talk one-on-one, we can go over some of the things that were like some of the questions perhaps on some of these problems, just to kind of keep you going. So today's home learning for Tuesday, Wednesday, so is 2:15 and 2:16. And then Thursday, you can do the next lesson. Okay? Take care. Thank you. Thanks for joining me as usual. I'm going to stop this recording. Take care.